So many varieties of missiles were developed in a DRDO and ISRO when Abdul Kalam was working in either of them. Okay, behind, or he was the person behind India developing a large number of different types of missiles. So as he was behind these missile projects of India, he is known as the Missile Man of India. So why is Abdul Kalam known as the Missile Man of India? Abdul Kalam is known as the Missile Man of India because he was the person behind India developing a large number of missiles. Okay, so he was known as the Missile Man of India. Now, he also played an important role in a nuclear test. You know, nuclear bombs are there. Okay, it's a very powerful weapon and it's very dangerous also. Okay, during the Second World War, America used two nuclear bombs. One was called Little Boy, the other was called Fat Boy. They are the names of the bombs. Okay, Little Boy and Fat Boy, to defeat Japan. So they dropped these bombs on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. What happened was a very flourishing city of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the cities, they became what we call barren lands. People, animals, trees, insects, everything was killed. So that actually shocked the world when America used these two bombs on Japan, and when we saw the amount of destruction these bombs can do, we were shocked. And then we have even decided, the world countries have decided that we should not develop such kinds of bombs. We should not use. So the big powerful countries like China or Russia or USA, means America, they have already developed and they have tested them also. India also have developed them. We once checked long back in 1980. We first checked one nuclear bomb in a region called Pokhran in Rajasthan. It's a desert area, there won't be any people there. After that, India tried its second nuclear bomb experiment. Okay, nuclear test. We call it nuclear test. So the second nuclear test that India did was in 1998. That is known as Pokhran 2. Okay. So the second nuclear test that India did was in the year 1998. The same place, Pokhran, which is named as the test is named as Pokhran 2. Dr. Abdul Kalam was a major person in making that test possible and successful. Right? So he had not only developed the satellite launching vehicles for India. In addition to that, he had also made a lot of missiles for the Indian Army, Indian defense systems, and successfully tested the nuclear bomb for the second time at Pokhran. Right? Now, he had been working there. It's a government position, so he got retired. After retirement, he worked as an advisor for the Defense Department of India. Advisor means what? Yes, whenever there is a problem, how the situation has to be handled. Okay, so those kinds of advices were given by him. At the same time, he also worked as a lecturer, as a teacher in very many colleges, universities around India. All throughout India. He used to go to the colleges and he used to take classes for the students. Right? So he was very famous, and in the year 2002, he was elected as the President of India. He was elected as the 11th President of India. Okay, he was elected as the 11th President of India. Then, he was also the Chancellor, the head of the department or something like that we can say, of Indian Institute of Space and Technology, Space Science and Technology, IISST, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. He was very much interested in teaching. Whatever he knows, his experience, his learnings, he always wanted to share those things with the children, and he always demanded children should be allowed to think differently. Let us make them think and learn. Right? It should not be like the teacher said so that should be. No. We have to think. We have to do some experiments also, and then we have to come to our own conclusions. Okay? So, he was a very, very, very great teacher. He loved to go to schools. Usually, science fairs and all these kinds of things will be there, no? Yes. He always wished to go there to interact with the children. So, when they interact with the children, the students, they can ask different kinds of doubts. He can ask his doubts also. So, his session, the children, the students of schools, colleges, universities loved very much. He used to travel all across India to n number of institutions. Right? And he had written some books also. India 2020, a vision for the new millennium. How India has to be from 2020 onwards, means this year onwards. He had a great vision regarding how India has to develop by the time we reach 2020. Then he had written another book called The Wings of Fire. It's his autobiography. He wrote about his own story. Wings of Fire is his autobiography. Then Mission India 2020. Mission India 2020. Ignited Minds. Ignited means what? Yes, lighted up minds. The young generation, the school children or the college children, how effective they can be if they are properly guided to think themselves and to come to the new conclusions. So, India 2020, our vision for the new millennium, Ignited Minds, The Wings of Fire, and Mission India 2020 are some of the books that he had written. Okay. At the age of 83, on 27th July 2015. On 27th July 2015 means he was 83 years old at that time. Okay, he was 83 years old, and he went to Shillong. Where is Shillong? Arunachal Pradesh, isn't it? Yes. There is an institute, IIM Shillong. Shillong is in Meghalaya. Shillong is in Meghalaya, a small state in the northeastern part of India. Okay. So, he went to IIM, Indian Institute of Management. Indian Institute of Management, that is located in Shillong. He went there to give a speech to the students. He wanted to take some class, okay, for the students. And as he was speaking to the students, he suffered a heart attack. He collapsed on the stage. He was taken to the hospital, but he could not be saved. So he breathed his last on 27th July 2015 at the age of 83. Can you imagine? An 83-year-old man traveled all the way to Shillong, the northeastern state of India, and he was taking class for the students in the college. Indian Institute of Management. Okay, so that was the last. A great man, a person who has inspired thousands and thousands of people, students who studied in different colleges, universities, institutions, had his last breath. When? On 27th July 2015. Okay, so Arjun read this part about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam from his book. Teacher said, "Thank you, Arjun. It was a very good reading. You read it very well. I'm so proud of you." So let us encourage Arjun by clapping him. So all the students in the class clapped, and Arjun was lost in his thoughts. Arjun read the lesson about APJ Abdul Kalam so thoroughly. He was like, he was speaking from his heart. He was reading from the heart. The students encouraged around him, and he was quiet. He was very happy and active. When he came to the school in the morning, he came running down the road. He wished to his friends and all. But after this class, he was more silent. He was quiet. He was thinking. And every day, when he reached home, he told his mother, "Mama, I don't want to become a police officer, but I would like to become a scientist like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam." What did Arjun say? "I would like to become a scientist like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, but I don't want to become a police officer anymore." Mama said, "What do you mean by a scientist?" She doesn't know even what a scientist is. But I understand that is something more than that of a police officer. Earlier you wanted to become a police officer, now you want to become something more than that. But I am sure you will definitely become a scientist. If you want to become a scientist, and if you really want to become it, and if you thoroughly work for that, definitely one day you will become a scientist. Arjun became very happy and he decided he will become a scientist. Okay? So that is the lesson. Kalam, the idea. A boy from a poor family born in an island region of Rameshwaram became such a huge scientist who played a vital role in developing the satellite launching vehicles for India, a number of missiles for India, then conducting the Pokhran-2 test for India, the President of India, and a person who had lighted the minds of thousands and thousands of youngsters in India. Okay, so we have to read the articles about these kind of great people because we have got a lot to learn from them. See, he had to go through a number of problems. His family was not financially strong enough to make him study great. But he overcame that. He studied. Isn't it? He studied. He wanted to become an aeronautical engineer, but he became an aerospace engineer. He worked hard. He was made the project director for the satellite launching vehicle program for India. Lot of money was wasted and many times they faced failure. Never mind. Work more, work hard. Because if we work really hard, one day or other, success will be ours. One day or other, success will be definitely ours. Okay? So that is one thing that we have to learn thoroughly from the life of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Right? Even now we can visit his house in the island of Rameshwaram. And there is a museum also in Rameshwaram where we can go through so many things related to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. right? So that is the lesson part, and now it's a time for us to go through the exercise part of this lesson, right?